Hello and welcome to Trojans Live. Speaking of baseball, USC baseball sitting at 12-11 on the season with Jamal O'Guinn leading the way. The power on this team with 5 home runs already this year. Jamal, man, welcome to the show. How's your season going so far?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. It's been a really interesting one so far. We definitely got off to a pretty slow start. And then we kind of picked it up along the way. Then since then, since we've entered conference, obviously everybody in that conference is pretty good. So we played a pretty good schedule. I've been playing pretty good baseball, and some things go our way, some things don't. But yeah, I definitely think that we're in a pretty good spot right now, and season's going pretty good. So.
Jamal, you were able to come up with a clutch hit against the Bruins a couple weeks ago. Talk about that experience, you guys coming back in the 9th inning and a rally against the rival Bruins.
I mean, a win against them is, obviously winning is fun, but, obviously win against UCLA always, not only means a little bit more, but, just brings that little bit of fire, I guess. But yeah, I think that game right there kind of was kind of like the telltale, of our team. We have a really good team and a pretty young one. Yeah, that game just showed, whether we're down or up, we're always fighting to the last out. And obviously on that given day, it paid off. So.
What do you key into in those spots? Every sport's different when you sort of talk about clutch situations, and you get in the batter's box. Are you looking for a certain pitch in that spot, or are you just looking to control the strike zone? What's your thought process when you get in a clutch spot late in a game like that?
For me, usually it's one of those things where it's me versus the pitcher, and I'm just gonna put together the best at bat I can. And I feel like I've been playing long enough, and I guess have enough confidence that, as long as I put forth a good at bat, my best effort, that I feel that it's going to be better than his stuff. So at the end of the day, I kind of, just kind of plan on coming out on top of that little battle between me and the pitcher.
Jamal, Jordan mentioned it there in your intro there, 5 home runs on the season, leading the squad. What's the new pop about, man? A little extra weight room action? What you got your bat a little fired up this year? What's going on?
I'm not sure, man. I don't know. I've been in the weight room a little bit. I just think
exit velocity, is it launch angle, man? Give me the stats on that.
No, man. I honed in a little bit. Obviously had a lot of downtime. We didn't get to play fall ball. So I got to spend a little bit of extra time with my hitting coach that I usually go with during the summer. Mickey Tettleton, he's a former big leaguer who played for
Mickey Tettleton, man. I remember Mickey Tettleton. We used to mimic his swing when I was a kid because he had a real funny swing. He would hold it real loose in front of his face. That was one of those great wiffle ball batting stances.
Yeah, so I've spent the last 3 summers with him, and I got to spend a little bit of extra time, obviously, since we didn't have a fall, and we just kind of worked on a few things, and it was more so more of the mental side of baseball, kind of what to think in certain situations and things like that, and what pitches to be sitting on and X, Y, and Z counts. So I definitely think getting that extra time with him is kind of what helped, I wouldn't even say develop pop, but it kind of got me to where I am now. So yeah.
You're sort of, just looking at your stats, you sort of got the modern baseball thing going these days. You walk a lot, you slug a lot. Your average is down a little bit this year from where it was last year, but they had you hitting leadoff the other day, even though you don't run. How do you approach it? Do you like hitting leadoff? I look at it and go, okay, he doesn't run. My guess is he walks a lot, and there it is. You walk a lot. So do you like hitting leadoff? I know that's sort of how the game has changed, where they don't really want you to run; they just want you to get on base, and your on base percentage is high.
So in high school, I batted leadoff all 4 years of high school.
Okay.
So I've never really had a problem with batting leadoff. I kind of like it, especially with this team. I just kind of feel like it obviously gets me a lot of at bats, which any hitter's gonna say, they like hitting, which I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, I think I kind of once I kind of moved up there, I don't know what it is. It's definitely not me because I haven't been doing too well the last 2 weeks. But we've been winning. So it's kind of one of those things to where even if I didn't like it, it's working. So, I mean, I'll ride it out.
Jamal, last one for me. What's it going to take for you guys to make a little conference noise and try to push for that championship? What's this team need to do?
I just think overall, and I think we've gotten a lot better. I definitely think that even week 2 of the season and where we were just last week, I don't think anyone, I personally, even I didn't, but I didn't think anyone would have thought we would have been where we were. I just think, certain situations, we didn't really have a fall, so there's a lot of stuff we didn't get to work on, obviously, and at times it shows, but, it's just, the world we're in a pandemic. But I just think some timely hitting things. I just think a little bit more of the developmental side. I feel like that's really all it comes down to. Because early in the year, we weren't playing great defense. We were hitting the ball okay, but now we're playing, I think basically no air baseball almost every game, or maybe 1 air a weekend, whereas, we're making 10, 11 airs the first 3 weeks of the year. I just think a little bit more timely hitting, and, our pitchers have been doing well, so I think it just really comes down to that.
That's Jamal O'Guinn, one of the leaders of this USC baseball team. If you're into USC baseball, all the games are live streamed, so you can watch them as we wait and hope that fans get to be back at Dato Field soon to check out the Trojans. But Jamal, one of the leaders of this team, 5 bombs already this season, and USC on the come up. They've been playing better of late. They had a nice sweep over the Washington schools over Washington not too long ago. So check out the Trojans. Of course, a great tradition with that program, and Jamal O'Guinn trying to bring it back.